It began back in 1996 as the logical merger of two organizations with similar missions and memberships. It has become one of the St. Louis region's leading forces for developing leaders, influencing policy, and promoting connections among all sectors of our community.
Focus St. Louis was created as a way to bring our diverse region together to create a cooperative, thriving community. In 1996, the boards of the Leadership Center of Greater St. Louis and Confluence St. Louis recognized that both organizations had a goal of making our region the best that it can be. By merging these two organizations, we were able to focus our resources and achieve even greater impact. Today, our role as an advocate for regionalism and leadership is unequaled. No other organization has a network of committed and caring leaders who work together to address our region's most challenging issues. We work to develop leaders, to shape policy around those challenges, and then to move into action with the goal of creating a healthier, more prosperous community for all of us.
Focus impact in the community has been significant, yet it hasn't always been as evident as we might have liked. How do you measure the day-to-day contributions of the thousands of leaders we've trained? How many issues have we studied and then passed on to other groups to implement our recommendations? How many partnerships and collaborations have we started to bring attention and action to important regional issues?
Focus has been able to capture the support of people straight across the spectrum, from your business community to your community organizations, to your professional associations, to your cultural associations, to social justice organizations like the ACLU. And I'm not sure that there are many organizations that could become a gathering place for forces like that.
I think Focus is a wealth of information, getting that information out to our citizens so they can be informed, again, so they can help us tackle those problems that are important to our region. I think that every community needs a focus, an organization like Focus St. Louis.
Focus's impact throughout the region is delivered by more than 2,000 leaders who have participated in its leadership development programs. Leadership St. Louis, Focus's signature 9-month program, is a model for the nation. It continues to attract twice as many applicants as it can accommodate.
Leadership St. Louis was just a terrific opportunity to learn a lot about both the challenges that St. Louis has as well as all the wonderful things that the region has to offer. And, you know, you can't say more than being able to be with a phenomenal group of people that you might not encounter in everyday life, and to really develop some close relationships and see things from different perspectives.
The graduates of Leadership St. Louis daily put their knowledge, understanding, connections, and commitment to work for a better St. Louis. Not surprisingly, almost 20% of the St. Louis Business Journal's list of most influential St. Louisans are Leadership St. Louis graduates.
It's more than the people you meet. It's more than the things you learn. It's more than the context you get to know. It's all of that, plus it's just a part of St. Louis. And if you want to know St. Louis, and you think you know St. Louis, you haven't even scratched the surface until you go through Leadership St. Louis.
In addition, more than 150 high school juniors each year participate in Youth Leadership St. Louis, which introduces them to the issues facing our region and encourages them to be a part of St. Louis's future.
Youth Leadership St. Louis was unique in that it gave me the first opportunity to interact with students from a variety of different schools in the St. Louis region and look at St. Louis and its issues. No other organization really gave me that kind of exposure to new ideas, new students, and a diverse number of students from different backgrounds. From that point, I really became a St. Louisan.
Focus has also played a critical role by influencing community policy. Each year, it creates citizen-led task forces to discuss and make recommendations on issues of regional importance, such as sustainable infrastructure, quality educational opportunities, and good governance. community improvements initiated by Focus task forces have included the creation of a Citizen Rate Commission for the Metropolitan Sewer District, more educational support for immigrant children in our schools, and an ongoing public awareness campaign on the need for more workforce housing to help fuel future economic growth.
We need the people that need affordable housing. And that's the theme. In other words, if you think about it, it's nice to have high-income people living in their neighborhood. Everybody wants that. But they also want people that are teaching at the schools, people that are taking care of people in nursing homes, cooks, nurses' aides. And that's basically the theme, is that if you think about it, for a community to be whole, ideally, you want people that can live in that community to afford to live there. So that's kind of the central theme.
Focus also led the region's recent efforts to assess how well St. Louis is prepared for natural or man-made mega disasters.
We tend to think about where we live. Our neighborhoods are so important to us. But we also need to realize how important the region is to our neighborhoods and to our own day-to-day life. I think that one of the things I like about Focus is its focus on the region and what is what is right with the region, but also what we can do to make the region better.
I think it was a defining moment for St. Louis. It certainly delineated the need for leadership, the need for the entire St. Louis area to get behind and understand this report, and then to adopt elements of the report so we are prepared, or better prepared, for the next possible disaster. I can't imagine there's another city in the country that has done as good a job as we did here in St. Louis in pulling together that report with basically every element of the St. Louis society involved in it, so that we had full cooperation and we had full inclusion for all elements in St. Louis.
Focus brings together people from all walks of life to discuss, debate, and participate in the work of improving our region. Its landmark program, Bridges Across Racial Polarization, is one of only 19 initiatives in the U.S. chosen by the Pew Partnership as a solution for America. The award recognizes programs that are national best practices for building stronger communities. Other opportunities for citizens to get engaged in community building through Focus include policy forums, a speaker series, Board Link St. Louis, breakfast clubs, the annual What's Right with the Region Awards, and Focus's Young Professionals Collaborative.
We all know St. Louis is definitely a relationship-based town, so being involved in different young professional organizations really broadens your relationships and allows for a lot greater opportunities across the region.
Young professionals who are engaged in the community feel a stronger sense of ownership. They have broader friend groups. They feel more connected. And if opportunities arrive for them to leave the region, they'll at least think twice about it, whereas before, if someone was unconnected, they tend to have a less favorable view of the region.
Every community needs an active, committed group of citizen leaders who will set aside their individual agendas and work for the good of the community. That's what Focus St. Louis is all about, getting citizens around tables to tackle the tough and challenging issues our region faces, and making this a better place for all of us to live, learn, work, and play.
Developing leaders, influencing policy, promoting community connections. In the past 11 years, Focus St. Louis has become the organization where those who want to make a positive difference in our community can get things done.